Hello everyone, Nate here with Simply Sharp, and today I'm excited because somebody sent me a gift. Chip Walters saw one of my videos on YouTube and he sent me this guy. So this is a angle guide that is meant to be a replacement for the new Ken Onion from WorkSharp. So he's seen one of my previous videos where what I did to this poor guy right here is I made this by just grinding down the existing safety guard that's on there. When I first got this thing, I really liked it, but I just had a really hard time getting the belts on and especially off quickly, which is really important to me at a farmer's market. Like I like to just use one machine, go through my belt progressions. I carry another machine with me just as a backup. I know a lot of you like to have just, one machine set up for each of your belt progressions, but we just like to go with one and just swap the belts on and off. And the original Ken Onion with the blade grinding attachment was really fast at doing that. My understanding is there were some safety concerns that really kind of required that they made this guard that really kind of covers the majority of the opening where the belt is, which I get, I understand. But thankfully we have people like Chip out there that are really smart, really talented, and make these cool little aftermarket gizmos. So he sent this to me, wanted me to give it a try and give him some feedback, so I'm excited to do that today. All right, so Chip calls this thing the Beltswap Pro, which I think is a really clever name. And I'm probably going to mess this up. I apologize, Chip, but it looks like your company is called Altuit. First of all, I'm really just kind of impressed that, number one, really nice, simple set of instructions. In my head, when somebody says, hey, I'm going to send you a 3D printed part for a knife sharpener, I'm not thinking it's going to be this well presented and set up. But like, this is really cool. Nice, super clear instructions. This is really nice. He's just got a good little, whatever you call these things, but, nice piece of cardboard. Got the screws that we're going to need stuck in there. So far, really super impressed with what Chip is doing. So I'm pretty excited to try this out. Now, I do happen to have some spare brand new Ken Onions in the box. The reason I have those is because I'm a knife sharpener, so I just buy more sharpeners and things than I need. Actually, the real reason is I've got these so as I onboard new sharpeners, I can give them equipment. But I have my original one here from Ken, numbered, part of the very first ones ever purchased. So we're actually going to hang on to that one. We're going to put that guy away. We're not going to use him today. But got a brand new Ken Onion Mark II out here. But this is what we're working with. So this is the guard that comes on it. And again, I understand why it has to be here. But it's kind of a pain in the butt. And the challenge, I'll use this belt. The challenge is really this. So to get the belt on, it's not really all that terrible. You kind of come in from down below, get it on, and there we go. You've got your belt on. Now, this is the hard part. So I detension it, and now, because it's just, you got to finagle it a little bit. And believe me, that was easier than it normally is, because what happens is it gets hung up in here and in here. And if the tracking is a little bit off, when you put especially a rougher belt on, it actually makes some little grooves in this guard. And then every time you try to get this belt off, it gets caught in there. So it's just not great if you need to do fast belt swaps. But again, I understand why they had to do it. And thankfully, we got Chip. So what we're going to do is go ahead and take this guy off, put this guy on, and then we're going to give it a try. What I am going to just do is right now, this guy is right at about 25 degrees. So I'm just going to make sure, I'm assuming Chip is, based on just his packaging alone, has done a really great job dialing in everything. But let's just make sure we're going to still be at 25 degrees there. And yeah, let's get started. So apparently we only have to take 2 screws out. It looks like they are this guy and this guy. So let's see, what do we have in there? Do we have a screw? We do. All right, so this guy comes off. I need to make sure I hang on to that. Up there, and I'm going to put these back in here for now because I am confident that I'm going to like Chip's thing here, but you never know when I'm going to need this. Plus, for the same reason I have all of my old and worn belts, seems like sharpeners have an affliction to just hoarding things related to sharpening. So we're going to hang on to this guy. All right, so let me put that over there. Okay, so now to install this, yep. So he does make a caution here about not over tightening. That makes a lot of sense. You know, I'm not sure what we're screwing into here. I'm assuming it's I think he said it's actually carbon fiber or something like that. But it seems pretty solid, but you never know, right? So we're not going to over tighten anything. So we're just going to put. So there is this little notch right here that goes with that. So we're going to make sure that that gets in there. And just right off the bat, it looks like we're pretty dang close to that 25 degrees we're at. It looks like we might just be a smidge off. I was just a bit under 25, and now we're at 26, but it's pretty close, so I'm not going to be upset about that. Okay. And actually, after I tightened that down, that has moved up a little bit, so it's maybe at 25 and a half. You know, and it's slightly different than what's on the guide for the word sharp, but I can't imagine that's actually going to be any sort of a functional problem at all. So what we want to do is let's just go ahead and okay, can't even get the old, there we go. Let's get you on. This is the other thing about the word sharp. They switch the way that you latch these on. All right, so there we go. Let's get you on here. So you know, interestingly, he had a video I think another person did to review this. I've always grabbed that knob and done this. He's saying do it like this, so that might be better. All right, cool. So far so good. Just power you up real quick. Chip, I think that's pretty brilliant. It looks a lot better. It actually provides a lot more real estate than my little job that I did here. So he's got quite a bit more real estate down in here. I do kind of like, yeah, I think it's sturdier feeling. I like it. So, end of the day, for me, you could absolutely do what I did. You could look at my other video. I just ground this thing down. I actually cut it up with a Dremel, and then I used the Mark I blade grinding attachment to sand some edges down and finish it off a bit. But all right, well, thank you for watching that. Hopefully you found it interesting. I was pretty excited, not only because it's fun to play with these things, but this was the first thing somebody sent me to try out as a result of watching one of my videos. So that was just kind of cool and exciting and a lot of fun. If you want me to try anything out, I would love to get more free stuff to try out. That'd be pretty cool. Or if you just have questions about something that you haven't seen yet, if I have it or if I can buy it, why not? I'll make a cool little video about it. But if you are somebody that is concerned about getting belts on and off the Ken Onion Mark II quickly, then I would highly recommend reaching out and getting one of these. It's just easier, better, looks a lot better than the janky job I did grinding the existing guard down. So highly recommend it. Thank you, Chip, for letting me part of your journey with this thing and sending me one of these to review. I'm going to leave this on the sharpener because this is going to go to one of my new sharpeners that's going to be starting with us soon. So if you're watching this, you're going to get this guy. Speaking of which, if you are interested in sharpening and maybe the efforts and energy to start up a whole new business are more than you're up for right now, maybe it's just a side gig and you want a little extra income, or you were like me and you wanted something not computer related to do. You wanted a distraction from your day job. give me a call. I have what I call my business in a box solution, where I take care of all the business infrastructure. All you have to do is show up and sharpen. The only requirements are that you do a great job sharpening people's knives, but more importantly, that you have a great customer experience. So I want everyone to be completely wowed with us so that they tell all their friends, family members, neighbors, everyone. And so you get more business that way. If that interests you at all, maybe we can talk and do business together. You can email me at nate@simplysharpatl.com, or you can call me at 404-969-5475. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.